Are you using marijuana to cope? Life never ceases. It never ends or stops to be more convenient to you and your feelings. Things happen sooner than we want, and things happen later than we had hoped. That's life, and it will never change. It's just how life is. It never ceases, it never lets up, and it never really changes from that theme. Needing to cope tends to stem from a general lack of confidence, self belief, or an inability to control one's own emotions. No one is good at anything they are new to. It takes time, failure, effort with little to no perceived gain for an extended period of time. As one matures and grows in being sober and going through hard times, they tend to become a more resilient version of themselves, leading them to a more positive mindset of, I've had worse, I've got this. But when one escapes from life and themselves for years or even decades, they tend to lack wisdom and maturity they would have had by now if they were sober. If they never turned to weed to begin with, this would show in their relationships. This would show in their line of work. It would show in how they tend to their body and to their mind. You would see a certain level of development, maturity, and wisdom that they carry about themselves going forward in life. They are somebody that others can look to or look up to for advice and wisdom. So what's going to happen in another 5 or 10 years if you keep escaping yourself and escaping those valuable moments in life to where you're able to start growing in your skill sets and your ability to handle difficult times and navigate your way through those trials and tribulations? What's going to happen when you let weed become the thing that you use to get through life, when life really is never going to change? There's going to be good times, and then there's going to be bad. And the older we get, especially around the 25 to 35 range, a lot of real heavy things tend to happen. People pass away. Friends move. Friends get married. Loved ones end up getting diagnosed with health issues. There's a whole plethora of different things in life that tend to happen around that time. Advancements in career. You may end up getting into your first home. You may end up finding yourself getting married. So if you're not building your skills by being sober and present in life and learning how to adapt, as that's what we've done since the dawn of time, is adapt and survive, then how are you really going to be able to show up in a relationship if you can't show up for yourself? How are you really going to show up for a job when you keep escaping yourself? How are you going to improve physically and mentally if those are the very things that you escape from? Chances are that you're not really going to be that much more mature in the next 5 to 10 years if you continue down this path. So if this is something that you find yourself battling, that you go through unpleasant experiences, whether it's on the job, in family dynamics, or just in life in general, and you emotionally struggle to deal with that, and you think that weed is the only thing that you can turn to feel better about your situation, then something deeper is going on. Something in your life is causing you to feel this way. And unless if you're able to pinpoint that, this will continue to be a theme in your life. You may start addressing different aspects in your life, trying to fix or self-care these issues or self-improve these issues out of your life. Yet if they still keep popping up, if you still keep experiencing the relapses, if you keep experiencing that you struggle with anger, anxiety, and depression, and no matter what you've seemed to try before, still doesn't get to the root of it, doesn't resolve those issues for you in your life, then you never got to the subconscious root of it. You never got to where it began, where it all started. And now all these extra things that you've addressed really were just you wasting your time, wasting your energy, because you had avoided yourself for so long you may have lost sight of what that issue really is. And the only way to really deal with the problem from that place is to deal with the subconscious mind, to get into the deeper layers of what's going on in the background.